Hades does not want to sleep with you, and Apollo is not a twink. That's a pretty fair thing to say, right? Well, you'd be wrong. That sentence is genuinely a hot take on some corners of the internet. And that corner of the internet would be Witchtok. If you aren't aware, Witchtok is like a community on TikTok where people share content relating to witchcraft and things of that nature. I go way back with this shit. I got into it in about 2020, which is 6 years ago. But the topic of like interacting with deities and gods and stuff has always been like a really hot topic. Now, I do want to make a quick disclaimer, like before I get into this video, that I am not dogging on anybody specifically in this video, because a lot of these people are very obviously going through something mentally and are having some sort of like religious psychosis or just normal regular psychosis. I don't want it to come across like I am attacking people who have mental illness. This is not what this is. But I definitely urge somebody has gone through mental illness and religious psychosis to seek help. I am also in no way advocating for anybody I talk about in this video to be attacked online, or for anybody to go and like make negative comments about those people in their comment sections, because also, regardless of my opinion, people are going to continue to live in the way that they want to live, and my opinion isn't going to change that. This is simply just something that I've seen a lot over the years and something that I would finally like to address. So getting back to it, what exactly do I mean by Hades not wanting to sleep with you is a hot take? So there is a term called Godspousing, which is where somebody believes that themselves as a mortal person are in a relationship with a god or entity. This is farther than somebody's relationship with a god or entity or religious figure as a normal person would go about it. A lot of the times, this relationship that these people claim to have with these deities are sexual and romantic in nature. Now, this is different from somebody who is, say, like a nun who is quote unquote married to God, because at the end of the day, they are not touching God in that way, I assume. These people genuinely think like a god or goddess or entity is talking to them directly and is loving them in a way a normal human romantic partner would be loving them. Like, they're essentially role-playing their One Direction middle school fan fiction with ancient primordial entities. But I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole the other day of somebody by the name of TheModenDeath. This person is a self-proclaimed god spouse to multiple gods, deities, and entities that they seem to have created themselves.
Yeah, I have a lot of god spouses, or at least I have a lot of people that I'm dating. It's mostly because like people keep coming up to me and I keep being like, oh no, I have too many people, and they're like, it's not a big deal, and then we just figure out a schedule.
What do you mean a schedule?
And how I'm gonna hang out with each person and all that. So yeah, I have a lot of god spouses, but I mean, they don't seem to mind.
This person is putting like Hades and Lucifer in like a Google calendar for time with them. Like, imagine trying to make plans with this person and they're like, no. I got a date with Poseidon at 4 p.m. on a Thursday. Like, this gives me such a parallel to like the whole Snape wives thing that happened in the early 2000s, where like middle-aged women thought that they were in a genuine relationship with Snape from Harry Potter, and they believed he was like somehow an astral entity that they could access when they were like meditating and stuff. Now, very obviously, this person is struggling with mental illness. They have posted on their personal YouTube channel about their struggle with schizophrenia and being admitted to the mental hospital, which obviously there is no shame in that. And I do want to be really careful when talking about this person because I don't want to put them down for their mental illness. And while this person has already been diagnosed and reached out for support, there are many other people online who may not understand that they have this delusional thinking, but are feeling this way and may come across this person's videos and make them feel like this is normal. Like, I'm worried that it's gonna like cement their delusional reality, you know what I mean? And in no way am I a medical professional, but imagine if there was somebody online that was claiming that they were like sleeping with Jesus.
There is no what if. I am pregnant. And it is Jesus.
Like, that would not go down well. And I understand that there's like nuns in history who have said stuff like that, but in the modern day, like churches and modern like Abrahamic faiths, I have a feeling would not be happy about that.
So if you guys to know, I accidentally punched Lucifer on accident. I was sleeping and there's someone that was just really mean in my dream, so I went to go punch them, and as I punched them, I woke up, so I punched in real life, and Lucifer was laying next to me, so I punched the bed, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I felt so bad. He said it was fine, but I just feel like horrible.
What do you mean that you punched Lucifer? I'm trying to formulate my thoughts on this and I like don't even know where to start. Because what do you mean the literal like ruler of Christian hell is laying in your bed with you? Christianity's fallen angel is getting butthurt because you punched him from a nightmare. I think this is such like a harmful rhetoric to be putting out onto the internet. Like, I understand if somebody has these delusional spirals and beliefs for whatever reason, but at the end of the day, like, especially this person, they know that they're schizophrenic, they know that they have problems, and yet they are still posting these videos to the public where it may harm and endanger other people who may not know that they are delusional. But I think it is so harmful to post it on the internet and not give a disclaimer and give your experiences to other people as if they were real and not tell them up front in the video that, hey, I am delusional, hey, I have ABC, hey, I'm schizophrenic, and I believe this. Like, I do genuinely believe it is your responsibility to be telling people that and not putting these videos forward as if they are the truth. This person has also bought multiple engagement rings for themselves for these deities that they are married to. Now, as far as I'm aware, Abby is like some kind of character that they've made up for themselves that they're also married to. My question is, are all of these gods okay with you being married to all of them at once? Personally, if I was some kind of like primordial deity and like I got married to somebody, that's my bitch. I'm not letting you marry anybody else. Like, you're mine, you know what I mean? Like, it's one and done. Like, you just said your vows, you put that ring on your finger, like, you're mine. Like, I wouldn't let that happen.
So Daniel got me this ring for our wedding, which we're going to have at some point. We haven't planned it yet, but we're going to figure it out. I'm not even supposed to be wearing it right now because it's not an engagement ring, it's a wedding ring, but I wanted to show it off because it's just so beautiful. I don't know what to do because I keep losing rings by the rings falling off of me or something, and they're very expensive. So it's like, I don't know. I was kind of thinking about framing them or like putting them on a stand or something, but it feels like I'm missing out by not wearing them. But and with this Daniel's ring, he's a spirit that I'm dating. He's a demon hunter. So yeah.
Let me get this straight. You are married to Lucifer, but you're also engaged to a ghost that is a demon hunter. Didn't you think that that would be a little bit like contradictory? Like, your fiance probably wants to like really kill your husband. Like, I don't know, but that doesn't seem right to me.
What the fuck, Hermes? Why did you restart my computer? I was on that. Alright, let's figure it out. Jesus Christ, I wasn't even due for an update. So this means me. Of course. Of course.
Hermes did not restart your PC. You probably just have an old laptop. Methinks. You didn't even shuffle those cards. Like, as somebody who reads tarot cards, like, you didn't even shuffle those, like, at all. And I understand, like, picking the two off the top, but how do we know you didn't just, like, put those there? How do you know that the Queen of Wands represents you? Also, how is he flirting with you with the Seven of Wands? Like, I would completely understand if it was, like, the Two of Cups, or the Lovers, or the Sun, or something like that. But the Seven of Wands is traditionally about, like, standing your ground around. It's also about like defending yourself and like putting up boundaries with people. Like, how is that flirting? Like, in my mind, if she's actually talking to Hermes here, that first card represents you, and that second card is telling you to leave him the fuck alone. Anyway, moving on to the next person, because I don't want to harp on them too much, but there is a whole rabbit hole you can go down on this person. Like, I might make another video. I don't know. You don't even look like you're an adult, which I'm not sure you might be. You might be a grown-ass woman, but you sure as fuck don't look like a grown-ass woman. And like what she's implying here is that she's like having sex with gods. How? I would like to know the logistics of what you're doing and exactly how you're going about it. Do you have to use protection? I don't understand these people. I'm pagan, right? So Exhibit A and Exhibit B, like, I believe in the Greek gods. Like, I'm a Hellenic polytheist. I would never, ever do something like this. Like, this is my actual religion, and a lot of these people are putting forward the idea that this is also their religion. No, you can't do that. That's not allowed. Oh, princess, my kitten is here. That's literally what this video is giving. What do you mean by that? You feel like the movie Alpha and Omega? He's your literal daddy alpha wolf? Like, what do you mean? These people make no sense to me, and I understand that they're delusional, but watching it from like an outside perspective is so crazy to me. There's so much of this whole Godspousing thing, in especially like the Greek gods and like the Norse gods. And I don't know very much about Norse gods. I don't know exactly what like the traditional rules are about stuff like this, which I'm assuming it's a no, but I'm not gonna say that because I don't know for sure. But with the Greek gods, there's like this whole online debate whether or not that this is okay, and it's not, because people bring up the whole argument that it's like, oh well, gods had relationships with like mortal people all the time, and how many demigods are there, and this and that and whatever. How many of those mortal lovers had a good life after that encounter? How many of them lived? There's a reason. And while I don't believe that like all of these myths happened, and a lot of them are just stories in order to teach people like moral lessons, you know what I mean? So like all of these stories are telling you specifically having sex and having romantic relationships with these gods is a bad idea. And like people are forgetting that this is an actual religion with actual gods that people worship, and not just their Percy Jackson LARPing fanfiction. And I guarantee none of these people have ever actually like read a book or picked up anything about the actual religion and respect that it takes to go into some kind of relationship with these gods, like a normal relationship as a mortal person and a god, because if they did, they wouldn't be doing things like this. Believing in the Greek gods doesn't really have very many quote-unquote rules. Two of the main things that you are supposed to avoid are miasma and hubris. And I feel like most people kind of know what hubris is. It's thinking that you are at the level or above the gods, and thinking that you can have this sort of ooh-woo cutesy relationship with them where you're, oh my god, I slept with him in bed, or oh, I fed him nacho chips, or oh my god, I kissed him and he laughed at me, or Hermes is flirting with me. That is hubris. Like, you are actively thinking that you are on the same level as these primordial gods. And miasma is like, it's spiritual dirt. So there are a few main things that would give you miasma, such as relations with animals, relations with family members, or giving offerings of like blood or bodily fluids, which when you say that you are giving these deities a sexual relationship, if you are acting on that in any kind of physical way, that is extreme miasma. That is giving them human bodily fluids as some kind of offering or reciprocal thing as charis, which is your relationship with the gods, which is wrong. Those are like the very few things that your shit is gonna get sent to Tartarus, my guy. You're screwed. And like, that is only the first problem that I want to talk about. Don't even get me started about Witchtok infantilizing actual ancient primordial beings that they claim that they actually believe in and respect, which a lot of these people are minors or were minors at the time. I was pretty big on Witchtok when a lot of this was first coming to light, and I didn't really understand the religion I was getting into or anything like that. I have made some pretty fucking cringy content over the years, so I did try my best to leave anybody who I thought was like a minor very out of this, because that's not fair, you know, like I'm not here to be an adult bullying children. So also I could make like an entirely other video about this woman also, because she's batshit insane, but we're just gonna leave it at a couple of clips of things that she has put forward. She's also a massive creator, by the way. She has been in some interesting drama in the last couple months, but that is for another video if I choose to make it or if you guys want it. So anyway, getting into these videos.
Wow, she is really devoted to Aphrodite. Her practice and her offerings must be really, really serious. So this is my impression of a sea lion. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Why are you talking to the goddess of love and procreation like a seal? I'm a devotee of Aphrodite. A lot of people aren't going to understand, which is completely fine. You don't have to understand my religion at all. But she does not want you to be sitting there pretending to be a fucking seal. That is not respectful. Imagine for a minute you're in like a Catholic church praying in the pews, and all of a sudden some lady 4 rows down from you is sitting there screaming like a goat. You would assume that bitch is possessed. So why does it suddenly become okay when it's any god that is not Abrahamic? And I have a theory, a game theory, if you will. I feel like, well, yes, it does happen in some cases. I feel like stuff like this doesn't happen as much with monotheistic religions, because to them, their god seems so large, like they encompass everything. So saying that like you're in a relationship or like disrespecting that god in that way feels really intimidating, because, you know, they made the universe, they made me, they made everything. But as soon as it comes down to like a polytheistic religion where they have multiple gods and maybe one god only controls a little bit of this or this or this or this, you feel a lot more justified in thinking that you can get to that god's level, which is not the case. Like, it feels a lot easier for these people to break down divinity into like these tiny little pieces that they can then take for themselves. Anyway, moving on, enough ranting about that, continuing with the video.
There's this monkey and his name is Punch, and all the other monkeys at the zoo are like really mean to him for no reason. This is my cat. I just wanted to introduce you to him because I thought you would like him a lot. I brought you a Cosmopolitan with a little maraschino cherry in it because I thought that you could use something fancy and that you'd like it. This is my other cat that I wanted to introduce you to because I thought that you would like him too. Please make my badonkadonk look extra tea and all the glitter on my face shine extra bright at the Kesha concert that I'm going to later this month. I brought you this stick that looked like it would have had a tea body in a past life because it reminded me of you. A man barked at me while I was on the street the other day, and I stared at him really hard and he tripped and fell over on the sidewalk and scraped his knee. I thought you would enjoy that story. I brought you this sticker that says "Clitterly" over it, and it's like all pink and sparkly, and I thought you'd like it. Please let me get lots of money every time a man says something stupid or pisses me off. I know you like swans, so I got you this little set of 2 glass swans that look like they're about to kiss. They're like totally in love. I hope you like it.
See, I don't think all of this is bad. Like, showing your pets to your deities and this and that and whatever. Like, I do think that that's fine in a way. Like, I've done the same thing. Like, my cats frequent my altars, which is not really something that I can avoid. So that I think that that's fine. But I don't know. This just feels so unserious and so weirdly disrespectful. And I understand that she's probably just trying to make like a funny haha TikTok, but she has a massive following, and putting that out for people to her following in a way that there's no disclaimer, where it's like, oh, this is just haha funny, like this is not serious, if she's not serious, and putting it out as like, this is how you go about this religion and this practice and whatever, like it's not okay. Like you gotta take this shit a little seriously. seriously, at least. Like, I've made some funny haha videos here and there, but like not like this. Holy fuck, lady. So this next video, quote, spilling the tea to Zeus, caveman style. You want to explain to me what the fuck that means? So this is basically her just baby talking the king of the gods that she believes in. And I believe in him too. But what are you doing?
Father Zeus, me have tea to spill to you. Which on internet talk bad about you. Talk mess about you. Father, king of gods. These people crazy. Crazy. These people take myth literally when myth no literal. Make me sad. Make me nervous for them. Me think people take idea of myth being literal from Bible, from Christianity. Me think people take myth be literal, be people who sometime from Christianity, no do Christianity no more, now do witchcraft, think rules same. Rules no same. We know rule different. They know no. Me scared for them when they talk mess about you. Me know you kind. Me know you powerful.
I'm just gonna stop her right there. I understand what she's saying. I understand that she's going about like the mythic literalism of like Zeus being a word that rhymes with grape. And I do understand that that is a big discussion on the internet of whether or not it is appropriate to be worshiping a god that is said to have done this, this, and this, and that those myths are not literal. They are just to tell a story and teach a lesson. I do understand that. However, she's going about it in a way that is so ungodly. Like, I know I keep using the word disrespectful, but I don't know what other word to use for this because it's kind of fucking insane. Why are you talking to this god that you believe in this way? I will never understand it. I have never talked to my gods this way. I have only ever prayed in a very serious way, as you should be doing because you're praying to a fucking god. And this next video is just a random person on the internet that I found that is talking about the same kind of thing and just absolutely has no respect for anything that they are talking about. Let's just watch it.
What was your biggest oh shit moment with a deity?
When Hades said he was going to work with me and I yelled bet in his face, I challenged the god of the underworld. Don't do that.
This is such like a millennial cringe, doggo pupper shit. So this person is basically saying a god came forward to them and they proceeded to yell in his face. What the fuck, right? Like, that's fucking crazy, is it not? It's like, oh, wheeze, don't challenge the god of the underworld. No shit, Sherlock. Maybe if you did some fucking research on the religion or deity that you claim to believe in, you would have a different perspective and actually respect the shit that you're fucking dealing with. These people actually make me so mad. Like, researching this video, I was so fucking diffed about all of these people. Like, they were making me so angry and I didn't know how to handle it. Like, I actually had to like take a break and take a breather from watching these videos because they irritate me so fucking bad. But yeah, like, it basically, in conclusion, if you're going to believe in something, you need to have respect for it. You're delusional if you think that you're having sex with Hades. You're delusional if you think you're in a romantic relationship with Loki. It's not normal to think these things. And there's nothing wrong with seeking help, but you need to do it. You need to go bring, I need help. I'm fucking insane. It's a problem. It's a real fucking problem. And giving these ideas to people who are vulnerable or minors or anybody else who may be on the internet seeing your video without some kind of disclaimer is harmful. I don't know. This video was basically one big rant of me just talking about how mad I am about this whole thing and this whole situation. I don't know. Let me know how you think about it, what you think about Godspousing and people talking to deities in this way. As always, all of my links for all of my other social media are in the description of this video. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video. I am posting about once a week on here, and I post semi-decently on TikTok, Instagram, and all of my other socials. I also sell specialized spell work on Etsy and my website, which are also linked below. And as always, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!